The Russian soldier spotted by the drone in open terrain attempted to escape from the drone following him. He managed to escape the first attack by making quick maneuvers to evade the drone. However, the FPV drone returned for a second attack. This time, the Russian soldier was unable to escape. A Russian soldier trying to hide from a drone strike entered a tunnel, only to come face to face with a wild boar inside. These drone operations reveal the stark vulnerability of Russian troops on the front. Moving alone across hundreds of kilometers, many soldiers are detected and then rapidly targeted from the air. Attempts to run or resist rarely succeed. Drones persistently track and strike enemy positions, and nowhere feels safe anymore. The presence of unmanned systems has fundamentally changed combat. Whoever controls the aerial domain holds the advantage on the ground. On October 7th, 2025, a Ukrainian FPV drone from the 414th Unmanned Strike Aviation Brigade detected a Russian soldier sleeping beneath a tree. The drone rapidly locked onto its target. The Russian soldier attempted to flee at the last moment, but it was too late. He could not escape. Two Russian soldiers are seen entering an abandoned house. As soon as the soldiers enter the house, a drone attack begins. The drone, which quickly enters the house, causes a huge explosion. A Ukrainian FPV drone is tracking a Russian soldier moving on a motorcycle. The soldier continues down the road, completely unaware of the drone approaching fast from behind. The fiber optic FPV drone continues to close in on the Russian soldier at high speed. Eventually, the soldier notices the sound behind him, but by then, it's already too late to escape. The fiber optic drone's next target was another Russian soldier, just a few hundred meters ahead. The soldier, waiting beside his parked ATV, quickly became the drone's next victim. By the way, we really appreciate your likes and comments on our videos. They really boost our morale and give us great support. Ukrainian soldiers of the 14th NGU Brigade Chervona Kalina came under attack by a Russian drone while moving toward the front line. The soldiers luckily escaped the attack when the drone missed them. They managed to return to their front lines unharmed. This shows us that Russian forces are now taking drone attacks on the front lines seriously. The Russian soldier who spotted the drone approaching Sipere immediately ran outside and tried to escape, but he wasn't fast enough. Another drone strike was carried out on the ruins, where another Russian soldier was hiding. The house completely collapsed. The Russian soldier miraculously managed to escape alive from among the rubble and fled the area. Even in the darkness of night, the fighting on the front lines never stops. Ukrainian FPV drones, equipped with night vision, continue to target Russian soldiers. The cover provided by darkness offers no advantage. Every movement, every shadow is tracked from above. Here, a Russian soldier on guard duty was suddenly attacked by a drone. He tried to hide behind a tree and fired his weapon in desperation, but it was useless. Another soldier thought he could hide from the drone by not moving in the dark, but he failed. The soldier who made a last-ditch attempt to escape failed to get away. In the Andreevka region, Russian forces continued drone attacks that lasted for hours throughout the night. As Ukrainian drones targeted them one by one, infantry units had nowhere left to hide or flee. For months, Russian soldiers believed that moving under cover of darkness would protect them from drone attacks. But this tactic no longer works. Now, there is nowhere left to take cover, even at night on the front lines. On the southern outskirts of Pokrovsk, Russian soldiers who tried to slip through the line of fire were quickly engaged and eliminated by Ukrainian drone pilots from the 155th Mechanized Brigade. The operation demonstrates how drones dominate both open terrain and contested positions, leaving Russian troops with virtually no safe routes. A Russian Iskander missile struck the position of a Ukrainian HIMARS system near Chuhuiv in the Kharkiv region. The attack reportedly targeted an area where Ukrainian rocket artillery had been operating. The extent of the damage remains unclear, but footage suggests a precise strike was carried out by Russian forces. A Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter jet carried out a precise strike on a building where Russian assault troops were taking cover. The high-precision airstrike completely destroyed the structure, leaving no chance for the soldiers inside to escape. An FPV drone infiltrated a Russian military hangar and pursued a Russian soldier. The soldier tried to escape, but failed. The Ukrainian Air Force carried out a precision airstrike on a building in the Zaporizhzhia region, where around 30 Russian soldiers had taken cover. The strike was conducted using high-precision guided bombs. The impact completely destroyed the structure, leaving little behind. Reports indicate that many of the Russian troops inside were neutralized. Here, a Russian military vehicle was also hit by a drone. The drone targeted the driver of the vehicle directly. This footage will truly surprise you. Ukraine's Special Operations Forces unit Lazar used a reconnaissance drone to track a Russian SAM Buk missile system. But there was a problem. The drone had run out of ammunition and was almost out of fuel. Instead of returning, the operator decided to continue the mission by keeping the drone directly above the Buk launcher, following it for nearly 15 kilometers. Eventually, the Russian vehicle stopped, and the soldiers noticed the Ukrainian drone sitting quietly above them. At first, they seemed confused, even taking pictures of it. But moments later, the drone's self-destruction system activated. The Russians panicked and ran for their lives. While the explosion wasn't captured on video, it has been confirmed that the detonation occurred successfully, destroying the target. On the Zaporizhzhia front, the Ukrainian Ronin UAS battalion of the 65th Mechanized Brigade carried out precise drone strikes, successfully hitting a Russian BM-21 Grad, a Buk M2 SAM launcher, and additional enemy equipment. Each strike further weakened Russian capabilities, showcasing the effectiveness of Ukraine's drone operations on the battlefield. FPV drones belonging to Ukraine's 63rd Mechanized Battalion destroyed Russian armored personnel carriers by dropping high-explosive bombs on them. These explosives are also quite effective at destroying trenches. Ukrainian Signum Battalion drones infiltrated Russian positions in the Donetsk region, targeting artillery units that had been shelling Ukrainian defenses for weeks. One by one, these Russian artillery crews were hunted down and destroyed using FPV and kamikaze drones. What's striking is that such critical positions were left unprotected by jammers or electronic defenses. A fiber-optically controlled FPV drone flew almost 15 kilometers, slipped under anti-drone nets, and flew into the Russian command post. On the way back, the drone's camera captures a haunting sight: the city of Mirnograd, blanketed in thick smoke, rising from continuous shelling. The scene is a stark reminder of how the war has turned once bustling towns into silent battlegrounds, where every street and rooftop bears the mark of destruction. This time, a Russian soldier became the target of a drone while picking vegetables in a garden. He was shot by the drone without understanding what was happening. A group of Russian soldiers was spotted by Ukrainian forces in an abandoned town near Toretsk. Believing the area was fully under their control, the Russians moved carelessly, showing no concern for possible threats. They were observed gathering inside an abandoned house, a decision that would soon prove fatal. The Ukrainian drone operator patiently waited for the right moment, then launched an FPV drone straight into the building. After the first strike, there was no visible movement. A second drone followed. Still, no sign of life. Finally, a third strike hit the same position, delivering the final blow. This precise and calculated series of attacks shows just how effectively Ukrainian drone operators are adapting to enemy behavior, using patience, timing, and accuracy to devastating effect on the battlefield.